The God of the Bible could not have created human beings because he does not know how female anatomy works, and I can prove it from the Bible. In Deuteronomy 22, God sets a legal precedent and says, suppose a man marries a woman, but after going into her, dislikes her and makes up charges against her, slandering her by saying, I married this woman, but when I lie with her, I did not find evidence of her virginity. The father of the young woman and her mother shall submit the evidence of the young woman's virginity to the elders at the city gate. The first line here is really important because it says, after going into her, he dislikes her. This is implying that he's realizing she's not a virgin because she didn't bleed, and this becomes important as we continue reading. In verse 17, they bring the evidence. It says, but here is the evidence of my daughter's virginity. Then they will spread out the cloth before the elders of the town. And just so we're tracking here, the sheet is placed underneath the couple when they consummate their marriage, and so if she's a virgin, theoretically she would have bled on the sheet, and the parents would have had proof of her virginity, and they would bring it to the elders at the city gate. Now, if it turns out that they produce the evidence and she was in fact a virgin, then he'll pay the 100 shekels and then move on with their life. But if it turns out that she wasn't a virgin, look at what it says. If, however, this charge is true, the evidence of the young woman's virginity was not found, then they will bring the young woman out to the entrance of her father's house, and the men of her town will stone her until she's unalive. Now, you might be thinking that this is a rather harsh punishment for someone that just lied about their virginity, and I'm sure it is, but that's not the real problem here. The real problem here is that only 45% of women actually bleed the first time they do the deed, which means a little bit less than half of these women are actually guilty upon tried. Over half of these women actually are innocent, and they would be stoned. And what that means is that either God doesn't know how the female anatomy works, or he's just an absolute monster.